What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and it looks like Treyarch is beginning to reveal the next zombies experience within Black Ops Cold War. It's really not what people expected, but it goes back to my point that I made in yesterday's video, that there were a few people jumping the gun, not doing their homework, and clickbaiting false information. So we're going to clear all that up here in tonight's video, and on top of that as well, we have not gotten the roadmap for Season 2 just yet, but that could drop at any point starting tomorrow, the end of this week, maybe even early next week. I'll keep you guys updated as soon as that releases. But in tonight's video, we have quite a bit to get through, from an update on the Outbreak Zombies Fireteam, the Nuke event in Warzone, and much more. Definitely stay tuned. But before I jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and also be sure to use code DYNAMITE if you want to save 10% on any Control Freak orders. Their link is, of course, down below in the description. Earlier today, Treyarch confirmed that you can finish the season strong with both double XP and double Battle Pass XP, which will begin this Friday, February 19th, and will last until February the 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific. We also have the Throwback Mosh Pit going live tomorrow in Black Ops Cold War. It'll feature the maps Express, Raid, Nuketown 84 for the game modes TDM, Domination, Kill Confirmed, and Hardpoint. And obviously, other remakes are coming to Black Ops Cold War in the future. We know about quite a few at this moment. We know Jungle, Summit, Firing Range, apparently Slum, Standoff, maybe even Hijacked. Plenty of maps are on the way, so I'm assuming this Throwback Mosh Pit will be incorporated at different parts throughout upcoming seasons. But as I went over in yesterday's video, we had a very clear teaser, which wasn't for DLC 2, but I addressed DLC 2 quite a bit in that video. The teaser itself showed what looked like a bit of a tower, a chandelier, and of course, Kino did not invent chandeliers. However, I am aware that there is some resemblance between that chandelier, the hole in the rooftop. I get it, right? It resembled it a little bit, but the caption of Treyarch's tweet about that teaser clearly gave away that it was about the Ural Mountains Outbreak Zombies Fireteam, and the reason why is because the caption said, breach scale large, status 0% contained, and the exact same thing was written on a chalkboard in Firebase Z, which listed the Ural Mountains as the largest outbreak in the entire Dark Ether storyline. Therefore, it sounds like it's more of a larger scale experience, not just a standalone zombies map, which is fine, right? The whole thing about Zombies Outbreak is I'm hoping it's not just the onslaught mode being played on Fireteam maps. I don't think that's going to be the case, considering Treyarch is apparently very proud of how this mode turned out, and the map will apparently make up for the lack of actual zombies maps that are in Black Ops Cold War. So earlier today, Treyarch released 2 new teasers, not 1 but 2, for this mode. The first one says there's an operation underway in the Ural Mountains. I have to stay in the field. So it's directly quoting Revanov from the ending of the Firebase Z Easter egg. And I think that's interesting because Revanov may play a pretty large role in this mode, whether he's an announcer or a playable character. We'll just have to wait and see. But we get a beautiful look at this new map. I mean, this doesn't look like any other current Fireteam map. However, it could be the other side of Ruka. And the reason why is because the other teaser they released is the following, right? New Requiem Recon Intel incoming. Looks like a bit of a forest. You see a Dark Ether crystal there in the ground, and it resembles the forest of Ruka, right? Some of the dead end areas or the out of bounds areas of the map, as I showed you guys on screen already. And there is a note attached with this teaser. It says, Weaver, having reviewed the reconnaissance photos, I can confirm these are the largest Ethereum crystals yet encountered, and they are spreading across the region. Air samples in their virginity Air samples in their vicinity suggest these are altering the atmosphere itself. We should schedule a chat at your earliest convenience regarding the likelihood of potential terraforming, Strauss. So the way they're teasing this Outbreak Zombies Fireteam mode has me thinking that it's probably going to launch with the start of Season 2, not any later than that. Now, I also want to point out that in the distance, it looks like there's a Russian church, which could explain that weird environment we saw in yesterday's teaser. So people out there in the comments of the original tweet were saying that the inside of it looked like a Russian church, which explains the chandelier. So maybe that's what that is in the distance of this new teaser. Looking at the gifts that they also dropped for this mode, it looks like it could be a part of the trailer they're going to end up dropping for the mode itself. They'll probably show tidbits of Zombies Fireteam within the Season 2 trailer, but they may end up having a standalone trailer for the mode as well, considering Fireteam Dirty Bomb had its own trailer before the launch of Black Ops Cold War. Now, I'd also say that maybe the Season 2 Reloaded update in like over a month could be when the next Warzone map also drops. Like I said in other videos, I completely understand the confusion regarding the Ural Mountains, because previous leaks did suggest that DLC 2 could be Ural Mountains, whether that's Mount Yementau, Summit, WMD combined as a zombies map, and then other leaks suggested that DLC 3 would be Berlin. So when Firebase Z's ending cutscene talked about Ural Mountains, it definitely seemed like a direct setup for the next map, and that's fair enough to suggest. I completely understand that, but it doesn't help when there is a caption that Treyarch releases yesterday, which lines up with the fact that Ural Mountains are for the Zombies Fireteam experience, but then you have confirmed plagiarists and other multimillionaires making videos talking about Kino and confirmed. And now that got easily debunked with Treyarch's new teasers, you have these scammers changing their titles, changing their thumbnails, and I'm like, just delete the whole video. You're confusing people way too much, and it's not helping anybody whatsoever. And don't even get me started on people who said Kino tote in the Ural Mountains. I'm like, wait a second, Kino's in Germany, and the Ural Mountains are in Russia. How do people just start saying that all of a sudden Kino's gonna be in the Ural Mountains? Sure, it's the Dark Ether story. They could always take locations, move them to other countries. I totally get it. It's not out of the possibility for Treyarch to do that, but think about how that sounds for a second. The Kino Theater from Germany, where it's known to be, as it always has been in the Ether storyline, and people are clickbaiting it saying now it's in the Ural Mountains. That just isn't true. Looking at the way Treyarch is teasing this, it does seem like Firebase Z's ending didn't really set up the next actual Zombies map. Instead, it's going to be teasing the next Zombies Fireteam mode. But what I will say is that all of the maps in Firebase definitely pinpoint several locations we could be going to in future Zombies maps. But we also know in Warzone right now, if you play Warzone Rumble and manage to get certain sections of the map as playable areas, whether it's hospital or stadium, you could find the Zombies trial machine from D-Machina and Firebase. So as I also mentioned, but I still see confusion about, Warzone will probably be marketing this Outbreak mode in some way. They'll probably import certain features or mechanics of Outbreak, put it into Warzone as an event or something, or maybe even an Easter egg, and then people that just have Warzone free to play can get a taste of the Zombies Fireteam mode and can then decide if they want to buy a full copy of Black Ops Cold War. It's simple business. I think it's very smart on Activision's end as well, because a lot of challenges leaked out for this Outbreak experience. It seems like you'll be able to do different Zombies challenges in both Warzone and Zombies Fireteam. Now, if you take a look at a concept art for the locations we know are going to be featured in the 2021 Warzone map, you can clearly see we have a combination of several Fireteam maps, Ruka, Sanatorium, we see Alpine towards the bottom, but then we have other areas like Battery, Swamps, Chemical, Zoo, Duga, Golova, Mines. What if this Zombies Outbreak Fireteam mode features one of the locations that we already know about on this Warzone map? Because it makes perfect sense to come up with a new Fireteam map, whether it's for Outbreak or Dirty Bomb, and then you also reuse that map within the next Warzone map as well. So we may have already seen what the next location is going to look like, but judging from this teaser Treyarch release in the GIF, it could possibly be the little town of Duga, Zoo, somewhere near Ruka, because you know Ruka is definitely on the teaser they released earlier today, so maybe it's one of those locations. Figured I'd bring that up just in case. But considering we are going to also have zombies in this new Warzone mode, whatever it ends up being, maybe the Nuke event is how we end up getting rid of the zombies from Verdansk. We know from the Season 2 intro cinematic, Adler is being transported to Verdansk by Stitch and his crew, while Woods and his crew are over in the multiplayer map Apocalypse over in Laos. They're going to be dealing with Naga, some other enemies, so I'm curious when everybody ends up meeting up over in Verdansk to figure out what's going on. Maybe the Nuke event is going to happen because of the zombies, and then it transitions us into the 2021 Warzone map. Who knows how it's going to work? All I will tell you is that it's very confusing timeline-wise, because Warzone Verdansk is in 2020, but then we have, you know, our characters from 1980 in Black Ops Cold War somehow going to Verdansk, so it is a bit confusing. I mean, we'll have to wait and see what the explanation ends up being, but what I will say is that the Nuke event, as we heard recently, is still going to happen, even though people out there are doubting it as of now. It is going to happen, and I suggested that a calling card may actually be teasing that, but people actually commented in one of my videos that the calling card was a part of this bundle that you can buy in Modern Warfare, and that's totally fine. I appreciate the heads up on where the calling card came from, but it's called End and Rebirth, and if you guys remember, there was actually a bundle in the past that teased upcoming content. There was a bundle that featured a snippet of the No Russian mission for Modern Warfare 2. The bundle released in Modern Warfare 2019, but it released before the announcement of Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, so clearly you could have bundles, calling cards, emblems that tease future content, so I wouldn't put it out of proportion that this calling card End and Rebirth is teasing the eventual Nuke event that'll happen. Now, what I've also heard is that the Nuke event is going to substantially change Verdansk, whether it means the map's going to look different or play different, or whether it means Verdansk is going to go away for a while and then it comes back months down the line, similar to Apex Legends, where they got rid of the original map for about 3 months or so and then brought it back with a rotation playlist to where you could play several different Battle Royale maps. Anything is possible with that, but I definitely think there is a lot in store for us for Season 2 of Black Ops Cold War. I thought Season 1 was massive. People out there were saying that Season 1 was the actual launch of the game, and I find that pretty stupid to think about, because obviously we have a pandemic. Treyarch couldn't do it all under a short period of time, but they still clutched what I consider a solid-ass Call of Duty, and Season 1 had quite a bit of content, and you can consider it launch content all you want. You could say it was content that was held back. More power to you, but Season 2 is already looking like it's going to have some massive updates to multiplayer, zombies, and even Warzone. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the brand new teasers for the Outbreak Zombies Fireteam? And what are your thoughts regarding the possible Nuke event within Warzone? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.